Now, G-bangers, queef-bangers, queef-mongers, and smegma, milkshakers, there's still time for the species concern with farmicide. And, you know, they say when you reference the Human Rights Act, you're under the Mental Health Act. Okay, so to the exclusion of the prospect that I'm human. Now, there's that the human rights have the right to health may mean that if you are on the Mental Health Act, you are a lab rat or non-human, because the right to health is on the Human Rights Act, and the Mental Health Act is called health, but not a subsidiary of the Human Rights Act. So, how is it for health and not harm? Plus, they don't disclose side effects. Plus, they don't counsel you on your suggested point of view. So, there's that. There's also, it says in the Human Rights Act, no person may be subjected to medical, scientific experimentation and or treatment without his or her consent. In the event that a person is neither a him nor a her, or both a him and a her, then that person could be argued by readers of that part of the Human Rights Act to say, well, then they have to be put under the Mental Health Act. So there's 2 points of exploits, but there's still time to make a bit of a repair mode happen. That all medicines, that the TGA continue to conduct very, very thorough tests, even more thorough tests for bioequivalency between generic brands. Consider the possibility of permitting only cross-licensed generic brands, which are from the exact same plant in the event that the patent owner and proprietary or establish a brand makes a generic to its own product simply to appeal to the generic market because premium buyers for the more decorated packaging. Now, so we have, I think so long as side effects aren't been disclosed, so long as coercion is not the word they're using for compliance, while they don't disclose side effects, and while they're happy to keep you on nicotine replacement therapy until the day you die, what should surely happen is that cigarette packets don't get this fucking decorated in fucking insults of babies and tarred hearts, and I mean they're making wound dressings out of babies' foreskins. I was calling them Jewish Band-Aid. These kind of mushy dressings. So now, so disclosing all side effects, explaining how and why certain brands of the same active ingredient claim are nonetheless experientially different, without introducing more psych concepts like shape of tablet resemblance to, or blah 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 blah. The cross-license ones, the manufacturer has gone, well, we want a piece of the generic market and our patent has run out. Once the patents run out, any company can make the substance. So if they want to get a percentage of the generic market, they just make a generic box for the same product. So when that happens, those tablets have to be the same, and that's what's called cross-license. So I should be asking you, would you like cross-license generic brand? I'll be back with more later. So Thus, my belief on this matter is we need to have companies that are going, or agencies that are going to prescribe a particular drug, having to say, for this drug licensed by this developer, all known side effects have included, and then state all of the side effects to have included, at least in print or verbally, or else it's absolutely offensively hypocritical, even without nicotine replacement therapy being an option in pharmacies, with nicotine replacement therapy in pharmacies, or they're putting photos of people that have died from pharmaceutical drugs on all of the boxes of pharmaceutical products, with like the coroner finger in their mouth and shit. And then they should put the original brand of whatever cigarette back on whatever cigarette packet. And I believe that social distancing 1.5, I think what would have worked out better is, use your telecommunications minimally. I use my phone for arranging time and place to meet and a brief talk about how I'm doing. I suppose in less case of medical emergency, though I'm too betrayed by public sector hospitals. I've had a cop scrape my skull into asphalt, the black concrete on the ground at my home, and take me to the same hospital that assessed the fracture. Now, Calvary, so they take it. So I had blood pouring down my face, and then they took me to Calvary, and all while my hands were cuffed behind my back. So the drug ring that runs to cops, they might as well just say, making the packets bloody black, except for the ad of black with white writing, and then a photo of various cigarette destroyed body parts and dead babies, and 10 weeks later, 10 seconds later, the first puff of a 2 milligram cigarette, 2 mugs of coffee floated up and struck police officer heroes in the face, because they thought they would practice interviewing on each other about how to enter their gardens and do their gardening, because they liked on Burke's backyard. At Burke's backyard,